someone came here and is not a good person around this area of our president, we know.
It didn't begin with applause, flashing cameras, or grand pronouncements. There were no ribbon-cutting ceremonies or celebratory speeches echoing across the land. It began with bricks, humble and unassuming, and silence. A profound quiet that spoke volumes louder than any fanfare could. In West Africa's Sahel, a region often defined by hardship and scarcity, a quiet revolution was taking shape. A silent promise whispered on the wind, one earthen block at a time, slowly but surely building towards a brighter future. The world watched with skepticism, often with a condescending gaze, dismissing Captain Ibrahim Traoré's promise, a bold declaration in the face of adversity, of dignified housing for all as a mere fantasy, an unattainable dream in a land of perceived limitations. International media waited, poised with their cameras and microphones, eager to document failure, to capture images of crumbling walls and broken promises, not progress. But the people of Burkina Faso, with unwavering resolve, ignored the mockery, the doubt, and the negativity. They mixed laterite soil, rich in the earth's embrace, pressed bricks with their own hands, imbuing each one with their hopes and dreams, and built for themselves, creating not just houses, but homes filled with dignity and pride. There were no foreign aid logos plastered on the walls, no banners proclaiming external assistance, no outside experts dictating the terms, imposing their vision from afar, just Burkinabè hands, skilled and determined, and the resources readily available in their own land. Every brick laid was an act of self-reliance, a testament to their ingenuity and resilience, a rejection of the narrative, the tired and condescending trope, that Africa must perpetually wait for a savior, for external forces to solve its problems. The silence from the West, the absence of their usual pronouncements and interventions, became an opportunity. The project grew, organically and authentically, rooted in local realities, nurtured by collective will, and fueled by an unwavering belief in their own capabilities. The world could mock, could dismiss, could underestimate, but the work continued, brick by brick, day by day, a nation quietly rebuilding itself, brick by brick, dream by dream, from the ground up. When Western media finally looked, they didn't see a housing project, they saw a spectacle. Headlines painted Traoré's initiative as the obsession of a military leader, not a solution to a crisis. Words like cult stripped participants of agency, casting them as brainwashed, not patriotic. Images of soldiers and civilians working together were twisted into tales of forced labor. The use of local materials was mocked as primitive, not sustainable. Economic analysts predicted ruin. Political commentators warned of dictatorship. The message was clear. If it wasn't designed in the West, it couldn't succeed. The cult label was a tool to dismiss African-led solutions before they could prove themselves. The revolution began on Ouagadougou's outskirts not with fanfare, but with the scrape of shovels in red earth. The military's engineering corps marked plots, choosing land for its rich laterite soil. Instead of imported materials, they used what they had: laterite, cement, water, and simple manual presses. Geobricks, strong, interlocking, sun-cured, rose quickly, reducing costs and carbon footprint. Homes were modern, with living spaces and sanitation, designed for comfort in the Sahel's climate. The first families, widows, displaced people, civil servants, moved in, their hopes rising with the walls. This was not a foreign blueprint, but a Burkinabè reality. The completed houses stood as silent rebuttals to international mockery. They were solid, dignified, and unmistakably Burkinabè. The foundation was laid for a new national consciousness. Construction sites became more than just places of labor. They became a powerful microcosm reflecting Traoré's overarching vision for Burkina Faso. These sites embodied the spirit of unity and collective progress that he sought to instill in the nation. It was a place where traditional hierarchies of rank and status dissolved, replaced by a shared sense of purpose and a commitment to building a better future together. Everyone was equal in their contribution. Soldiers, students, ministers, and farmers from all walks of life worked side by side, united by a shared belief in the transformative power of the project and the promise it held for their communities. The military, often associated with authority, provided essential expertise and discipline to the construction efforts. But their primary role transcended traditional military functions. It was focused on nation building, fostering development, and not on asserting dominance or control. Soldiers became builders, literally laying the foundation for a stronger Burkina Faso. In doing so, they were forging new bonds of trust and understanding with the civilian population, breaking down barriers and fostering a sense of shared citizenship. Volunteerism spread like wildfire. Youth groups, community organizations, and individual citizens eagerly formed work brigades, dedicating their time and energy to the cause. Contributing their skills and labor after their regular jobs and on weekends, demonstrating an unwavering commitment. No one was getting rich from this endeavor. It wasn't about personal gain. Instead, they were investing sweat equity, pouring their physical effort and dedication into building their country's future, brick by brick. This collective effort fostered a profound sense of ownership and national pride among the Burkinabè people. People weren't just passively receiving homes as handouts. They were actively participating in building them, shaping their own living spaces, and contributing to the development of their communities. The entire project shattered the long-held narrative of helplessness and dependency. It served as undeniable proof that the Burkinabè people were capable, resourceful, and fully empowered agents of their own destiny. It united people from diverse ethnic groups and regional backgrounds, transcending traditional divisions. In its place, it was forging a new, stronger, and more inclusive national identity built on shared purpose and collective achievement. They weren't just building physical homes and structures. They were building the very foundations of a cohesive and thriving community, a place where people could connect, support each other, and collectively shape their future. A core principle: no foreign contractors. This was economic strategy, not xenophobia. Traoré's government knew that foreign companies meant profits and expertise leaving the country. By mandating local control, investment stayed in Burkina Faso, building skills and pride. This broke the cycle of dependency that comes with foreign aid and contracts. Local engineers and architects innovated, rising to the challenge. The project was shielded from outside influence and corruption, keeping the vision focused on Burkinabè needs. Every problem found a local solution, proving self-reliance was more than a slogan. The philosophy became a symbol of decolonization. Burkinabè hands building, Burkinabè homes. Western media's early coverage was a chorus of skepticism. Traoré's folly, they called it. They predicted collapse, mocked the brick presses, and doubted the volunteers. But the houses were finished on time, sturdy and beautiful. Families moved in. The rainy season came, and the walls stood firm. The project didn't fail, it accelerated. The evidence contradicted the critics. Their mockery faded to silence. No follow-up stories, no corrections, just a quiet retreat. African failure is news. African success, especially without Western help, is ignored. The silence was an unintentional compliment. The project had succeeded on its own terms. Burkina Faso's quiet victory left its critics with nothing left to say. For Mariam Diallo, a widow, life had been a relentless struggle. The weight of responsibility rested solely on her shoulders, and the future seemed uncertain. But then, a turning point. The key to her new home was more than just a piece of metal. It was a symbol of hope, a tangible representation of dignity restored. It represented a fresh start, a chance to rebuild her life and secure a brighter future. "I never dreamed of this," she says, her voice filled with emotion as she stands in her new 3-bedroom house. The spaciousness and comfort were beyond anything she had ever imagined. It is a new life. A life free from the worries of inadequate shelter. A life filled with possibilities and the promise of a better tomorrow for herself and her family. Next door, retired teacher Adama Ouagadougou reflects on his life's work and the challenges he faced. "For all my years of service, dedicating myself to educating the youth, I could never save enough for a house. Now, in my twilight years, I have this. It is justice," he declares, with a sense of profound satisfaction. For Sergeant Cabaret, who not only serves his country, but also volunteered his time and effort on the construction site. The home represents more than just shelter. It means security, stability, and a brighter future for his family. I helped build this community brick by brick for my own son, so he can grow up in a safe and nurturing environment. These are not just isolated stories or mere anecdotes. They are the collective human reality, the tangible outcome of a political vision translated into concrete action, transforming lives and communities. Each home is a universe of transformed lives, a testament to the power of hope and the potential for positive change. Children with space to study and pursue their dreams. Mothers with clean and functional kitchens, where they can prepare nutritious meals for their families. Fathers with pride in providing a secure and comfortable home for their loved ones. These heartfelt testimonies are the most powerful and irrefutable answer to Western mockery and skepticism. The project was never a cult or a folly, as some critics have suggested. It is a lifeline, a beacon of hope in a sea of challenges. Hope is delivered, one family at a time, transforming lives and building a stronger, more resilient community. The new homes are living proof of what self-reliance, determination, and a shared vision can achieve, inspiring other communities to take control of their destinies and build a brighter future for themselves. News of Burkina Faso's success spread quickly across Africa, even as Western media fell silent. Delegations from Mali, Niger, and Guinea came to see the project firsthand. The Burkinabè model is simple and replicable. Use local earth, mobilize local people. Laterite construction is a game-changer for the Sahel, and the idea of national mobilization resonates across the continent. The project offers a new metric for development, direct improvement in citizens' lives, not just GDP growth. It inspires a shift from dependency to self-reliance, sparking a pan-African spirit of, we can do it ourselves. The ripple effect is about more than housing. It's about possibility. The message is clear. Africa's solutions lie in Africa, built one brick at a time. This project is more than construction, it's nation building. By using local laterite, Burkina Faso created jobs, industries, and pride. Money stayed in the country, supporting small businesses and training new masons. The project tackled land reform, giving secure tenure to families and challenging speculative markets. Traoré's legacy is not in speeches, but in the red earth walls of these homes. True power lies in empowering people, not controlling them. The West mocked, but Traoré built anyway, proving a nation can trust its own hands. These houses are the first symbols of a deeper construction, a sovereign, self-reliant national soul. This is Insight Africa, where the continent speaks for itself,